Then we will go allocation of sample size. Just a minute. Allocation of sample size we are writing here. The allocation of the sample size, different strata is done of the following two ways: proportional allocation and optimum allocation. The proportional allocation of Ni is to various is cancelled called proportional if the sample fraction is constant. N1 by N1, N2 by N2, N3 by N3, Nk by N2, up to the k we are taking here. Summation of Ni by summation of Ni is equal to small n by capital N. So summation of n by n capital N is equal to, you can write that is the total value you see, that is called as constant. Ni by Ni is equal to constant. That means we can write here small n by n. So I already told you small Ni is proportional to Ni. We can take I is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 and so up to k. Proportional allocation, each stratum is represented according to its size. So therefore in proportional allocation we can write here variance of y bar st. What is st? Tell me. What is st? Huh? Anyone please? Tanvir, what is this?
Stratum, sir.
What is this? This means stratum or stratum होना
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
हमारी इंतज़ार आलोचिस्ते रहे YST stratum proportional PRO बेटे proportional हो ना?
Yes.
1 by n square summation of I is equal to k Ni minus 1 SA whole square. So Ni we are taking the common here. Summation of I is equal to 1 to k. Ni I am taking the in front of them Ni minus n square by. So I am taking this solution Ni minus n by n 1 by n S whole square. Ni by Ni is equal to Ni by n. So therefore y bar stratum of proportional 1 minus 1 by n is equal to pi square. Then we can do the optimal allocation. Very important. This is Niemann optimum allocation. Optimum allocation or Niemann optimum allocation. Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See here, the method of selecting the observation of each group strata, the population of such that the total variance of cost minimum is known as cost minimum. Optimum means it is a cost. It is a cost. So therefore, it is known as optical allocation method. The proportional method, the number of observations selected from each group entirely depends on the starting of selected observation. Using this number, remaining sample fraction is taken constant. This may be some error. To avoid the error, stratified random sample observations are selected by minimizing the total error. So what is the cost function we have to take in here? In any sample survey, the value of the information on the experimental units is always balanced against the cost gaining it. In stratified random sampling, it may cost more obtain information about sampling in one of the stratum than in other. The sample from the cost function C, stratified sample, may be given in the linear model C is equal to A plus summation of I is equal to 1 to K Ci and I. So A where A is observed that here observe cost Ci is the cost, Ci is the cost per unit. Ith is called as stratum. Ith is called as stratum. Now, variance of stratum is minimum for fixed total size of the sample Ni proportional to NISF. See here, the variance of the stratified random sample, variance of y bar stratum 1 by n square summation of y is equal to Ni minus I. So already you know that we have simplified the earlier one, Ni minus by S square. So variance of y n bar is equal to 1 by n square summation of y is equal to k to Ni. In Ni minus Ni minus 1 Si square, the small n1, n2, n3 and so on nk. We can take these number of observations selected from each stratum of population. So this is equivalent to the minimizing. So phi is equal to variance of y bar standard deviation stratum plus lambda summation of y is equal to 1 to k Ni minus Ni minus n. So lambda being known as, you can treat this is known as unknown Lagrange's multiplier. We can call as this is Lagrange's multiplier. For a extremum, maximum or a minimum, you can take the partial differentiation. So dou phi by dou n1 is equal to 0. Dou square phi by dou n is greater than 0. Why? Because we are first partial derivation we are doing it is greater than 0. So therefore phi is equal phi is equal to 1 by n square summation of phi is equal to k ni minus ni by ni minus 1 plus si square plus lambda summation of phi is equal to 1 k ni minus n. We can take here. So the consideration of first derivation dou phi by dou ni. So we can take I is equal to 1, 2, 3 and so on k. So we can take here dou by, see here all of you, dou by dou ni 1 by n square k is equal to ni minus si square. I am taking the Lagrange's here, also formula n minus square here. I am applying here 1 by n square summation of I is equal to ni minus n square. So minus 1 I am applying here was 0, I is equal to 0. So therefore is there here 1, 0 I am applying here, lambda summation of n is equal to 0 I am applying here. So therefore some 1 by n square summation of I is equal to 1 to k ni minus n square s square. So 1 summation of I is equal to 1 to k 1 by n square ni square by ni square plus si square. Where from 1 బయట ఉన్న 1 square లోపల తీసుకొచ్చాం అవునా? ఈ minus 1 by square లోపల తీసుకొచ్చాం. Is equal to 0. So therefore minus 1 by square plus n by square 1. So simplifying, I am removing the summation of I is equal to 1 to k. Therefore simplifying lambda is equal plus వస్తుంది అది అటు పోతే minus plus అవుతుంది కాబట్టి 1 by n square. This is the equation 1. So then ni square 1 by n square by lambda si square. Therefore si square lambda is equal 1 by n square ni square by ni square si square. Small ni square is equal to capital 1 by square ni square is in place of ni square that goes to ni square ni go to this side and the lambda comes to this side. So automatically we can write here. So ni is equal to ni si cancel అవుతుంది కొన్ని values cancel అవుతుంది ni si by n into root lambda. We can write here. So to get the value we have to find value 1 taking summation on both sides. Summation of I is equal to 1 to k ni 1 by n root I, that is our Egbo formula. Summation of I is equal to k ni si. So that is a root lambda is equal to 1 by small n into capital N. Summation of I is equal to 1 ni si we can write here. So where n and our lambda are constants here. So therefore substituting root of lambda, so we can get that value here ni is equal to ni si by n into 1 by n. Summation of I is equal to k ni si. Ni is equal summation of ni si by summation of I is equal to 1 ni si. నేను ఏం చేయలేదు ఇక్కడ స్మాల్ వాల్యూస్ ను క్యాపిటల్ వాల్యూస్ ను చేసి పార్షియల్ డెరివేషన్ చేశాను అవునా?
Yes sir.
దీని ఆప్టిమమ్ అలొకేషన్ సైజ్ ni is proportional to ni si. This is known as Neyman's formula. The greater the value is ni si for a given stratum, the greater is number of the sampling to selected from stratum to obtain the most precise estimate of the population mean. Any doubts, ask me. Fast?
No sir.
Understood?
Yes sir.
Variance of stratified random sample under optimum allocation. Here we know that variance of y stratum 1 by n square summation of I is equal to 1 to k ni minus ni si square by ni. So 1 by n square summation of 1 ni. So ni by ni minus 1 si square, already you know that the formula. So therefore ni is equal to small n capital Ni si by small sigma I is equal to 1 to k NISI for the optimum allocation. So therefore, variance of y bar stratum, that is a optimum 1 by n square. There is a formula is equal to 1 to k ni. Simplifying ni n into small into capital NISI minus 1 by summation of I into 1 to n. దాంటే numerator by denominator minus 1 చేస్తే మనకు కావాల్సిన వాల్యూస్ కింద రావడం జరుగుతుంది. It is a very much most important unit. Any doubts? ఇది కూడా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయాలి. Any doubts, ask me. This is C and ask me the make fast. Any doubts, Tanvir?
No, sir.
Go to practice. Any doubts, I will clarify.
Okay, sir.
Chandrakala from which center?
Sir.
Hyderabad kada?
Yes, sir.
One example we can see here. You can understood. A sample of 100 employees is to be drawn from a population of consisting 5,000 belonging to two colleges. The standard deviations of are given: more 300, 25, 5, 250, 10. The samples proportional and an Niemann allocation technique. See here, all of you. 300 A and B. How much total?
500, sir.
100.
500.
Very good. 25, 50. What is NISI? NISI they given?
Yes, sir. They given.
Yes, sir.
Ekkada given?
Sir, in the
Question,
first
sir,
table.
total number of employees into standard deviation.
How much?
1500.
1500. Where 1500 given in the problem?
Sir, NI and SI are given in the question.
NA and SA?
Are given in the question.
NA and SA given, we are multiply.
Yes, sir.
You tell multiply, not given direct value.
No, sir. We should multiply and then we should write.
I know. I did not know. I learned from your side. That's why I'm asking. And that is the 2000 as per the 200 into 10, 2000. That is a total 3500. Very easy. We have NI into NI by N. What is small n? 3. What is small n? 300.
300.
No, sir. That is a big
It's
N.
capital N.
Is equal 300 by 500. A by capital N by 500 into NI. Into NI. It is correct? It is correct? Tell me fast.
Sir, correct, sir. Well,
Atla correct, Tanvir.
sir, 300 by 500.
But 300 it is a capital NA, na? Tanvir,
Sir,
tell me.
the capital N.
The formula is correct or not? Chandrakala? Small n into capital N. Capital N means total 500 is correct. NA is correct. NA is 300. We can write small n or capital N. We have to write small n here. We have to write
small n.
small n. 300 by 500 into Ni is equal to 300 by small n and capital Ni here. Small Ni, capital Ni. Small n and capital Ni is both the values are same. So therefore 300 by 500 to 300. So they can become any cancellation? How it is the value? Tell me 300 by 500 to 900 by 500. How much? 180 is correct?
It is correct, sir. Answer.
Into 300 by 500 into 200. It is correct?
Yes, sir. 120 correct.
So therefore, accordingly, we are this is proportional allocation is correct. The name on allocation we are doing Ni is equal n into NISI by summation as I equal to 1 to k NSI. So we are doing that 300 into 500 by 300 into 1500, 300 into 1500 by 3500 total value here. So that is calculate the value is correct or not, check.
Correct, sir.
Correct. Then N2.
Correct, sir. Answer.
So this is the values one. So then comparison of stratified random sampling with sample random sampling without stratification, without stratification. So variance of Y bar ST optimization and propose. What is PROP?
Proportional.
Huh?
Proportional.
Proportional and that is the condition. Already we learned the formula. That is the condition. We are simplified this one. This is not you have to study and mandatory. Advantage and demerits of the stratified sampling. The precision may be required of certain parts of the population. This can be accomplished with the more successful investigation of few strata. In order to know the direct impact like petrol prices, population can be divided into strata like income group, middle income group and higher income group. Obviously, in higher income group more affected than the lower income group. Careful investigation can be made in higher income group strata. Sampling problems may differ in different parts of the population. To study the consumption, the pattern of households, living houses, hotels, hospitals. Therefore, another thing. Therefore, another thing here. Just a minute. So therefore, obviously the living houses, hospital, hotels, etc. Administrative convenience also can be expressed in stratified random sampling. In a taking of sampling villages from a big state, more administratively convenient consider the district in strata. Administrative setup the district level may be used for purpose. Such administrative convenience and convenience in organization of field work are important aspects in national and survey level surveys. Full cross-section population can be specified sampling. It may be possible SRS. Large part of the population may unpresented stratified random sampling representing the different segments of the population to desired extent, to desired degree of representation the population of the population is also possible. We estimate the required not only for the population but also for the subpopulation then stratified the supply is helpful. when the sampling frame subpopulation is morely useful available than the sampling frame for whole population. If population is large, the connectivity convenient samples the strata rather than the entire population. This is the population. Mean population can be estimated with higher quality suitably by providing the heights or weights of the estimate obtained from each stratum. So demerits here. However, the random sampling, some demerits too are may contain error due to subjective condition. In stratified random sampling, main objective is stratify population in homogeneous strata, but stratification is subjective issue, and so it may contain cover lower efficiency sizes, samples of different stratum not properly determined here, then random sampling may yield a larger variance. That means a lower proficiency. These formulas must and should you have to study, then only you can get good marks. Any more doubts? Ask me. Make fast. Doubts?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Can this is the I already told what is the scatter diagram. Told or not?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Spearman's told, regression coefficient told, multiplication told, attribute told, Euler told, now cost function told, random number method told. In long questions also, this function told, this is also told. This is obtain the equations of the two regression lines. What is the class frequencies I told? Told or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then now explain two involved in the handling to categorical variables. Now I told this is n-1 optimal and proportional. I told or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So Neyman applicable, Neyman optimum allocation principle. So all the what is the syllabus I covered. Okay,
Okay, sir.
you have to study these topics, major topics. Any doubts you have noted? Any clarification? Ask me. I will clarify.
Okay, sir.
Any more doubts, Anisha?
No, sir. Sir, what about 12th unit?
Huh?
Sir, 12th unit.
Ignore it. Ignore it.
Okay, sir.
Ignore it. I will tell you. Any problem? I will tell you.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Any
Yes,
important is there? I will tell you.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Any more? Any more questions?
No, sir.
From the next Sankranti, after Sankranti holidays, then we will start the next Sunday, 21st. We can start with the design of experiment.
Okay,
sir.
sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Any doubts in this correlation regression sampling? You write it. I will clarify in the offline. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right. All the best.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.